Whoa, 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 whoa. What up? Happy Bowtie Friday. I'm here with the Build Guild. We're doing our thing, showing off builds. The Bowtie Friday show-offs are kind of like the pulse of the Build Guild. We're showing all of our prototypes and little things that we're tinkering with. We just kind of bang them out real quick. Here we go. Here comes Tam. Tam, do you want to take it away and show us what you're working on? How do you even show a mobile wallet? Do we plug it in and see it, or is it more just like a screen share?
I will do
it's the screen share. Here we go.
Share. Do you see my screen?
Yep, we got it.
Yeah, so I have a few simulators, and you can see also my notes. I will try to share my iPhone screen as well later, but I will do these simulators first. So hi everyone, I'm Tamás. I'm from Hungary. So first of all, sorry for my English. I do my best. I'm nervous a little bit. So I'm building this crypto wallet for mobile. Maybe you already see similar wallets. You can see also my notes. So the features will be sending ETH or money and wallet connect, with which we can connect to all sorts of applications. Also Tenderly simulation, which is a really cool thing that you can simulate transactions before actually execute them. And also we can just create new wallets and import existing wallets and switch between networks. Basically, I want to do the same thing as Punk Wallet. Maybe you already use Punk Wallet. So all the features I listed, Punk Wallet already can do this.
But Tam, you've done a lot of Punk Wallet stuff, right? You were one of the major contributors to the Punk Wallet.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a lot better. So this Punk Wallet is a lot better than the mobile version. But yeah, that's the main problem with the Punk Wallet, that the private key is stored in local storage, which is really far from secure. So kind of this is my end goal, to have this Punk Wallet on my mobile. Let me see my notes. Yeah, also there are lots of wallets in the Apple Store and Play Store. So probably there are better ones. I think they are a little bit too complicated, or maybe they are too complicated for me. So I'd like to really create something simple when you can just hit scan an address, send some ETH, or connect to the wallet, and that's it. So of course it's open source. It's on GitHub. I'm trying to make it secure. I'm using some secure store API, and I hope it's secure. It works both on Android and iPhone, which is, I think, cool. I didn't really want to learn code on Android and iPhone as well. Yeah, and I'm trying to make it user-friendly and easy to customize. And I'd like to do a quick demo as well. Usually live demos don't work, but I try my best. So you can see 3 different versions of the app. One is the one which is working and it's updating and doesn't work. But I hope it will spin up in a second. So I would like to connect to Paraswap and swap some tokens. That's the first one. All right, it's back. Unfortunately, these simulators cannot do camera, so I will need to manually put the wallet connect URL, but it should be okay. So I'll hit connect, copy this to here. How can I copy paste? And hit connect. And yeah, it's I can approve, and the wallet connect session is up. If I go back to the app, now it actually knows my address and knows the network I'm on. So I can change the network here. and also the app refreshes. So now it's an Ethereum also. Let me switch back to Polygon because Polygon is a lot cheaper. Also, I can switch between different wallets. So let's switch to another one. This is 5.3 something, and yeah, it knows that it's 5.3, which is cool. Let me go back here because I have lots of money, almost a full DAI, and I'm gonna swap. Actually, it's a Matic because I'm on Polygon, so I'm planning to swap 0.1 Matic to DAI, confirm, and let's see.
It's still real money.
Yeah,
it's going.
And I can approve. Can I approve? And please pray with me.
Go.
And in transaction.
Work.
It should be faster, but we'll see. And transaction confirmed. So yeah, obviously it's no feedback on the app right now. I wanted to show the Tenderly simulation as well. So right now I will swap all my Matic. And let's see. So this is the Tenderly simulation. It says it was successful and it can, oh man, I have too many tabs open. So it's not, oh, hi Mirko. So it is just a way to check that the app or the app really did what it was planning to do. Also, you can check if the transaction can succeed. Yeah, that's it.
Is that Tenderly? Is that still on our API key, or is that free for anybody to do? Is that something that we have the hookup on, or is that something that anybody can implement in their wallet?
So it uses those keys we got from the Tenderly guys.
Okay. And it's still, those are still working. So we do kind of have the hookup. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also, just another app. I will log into OpenSea as well, just to prove that this Wallet Connect works.
And OpenSea has you sign a message first thing too. So you'll have to personal sign with the wallet through Wallet Connect.
I was here already. Let me copy, go back.
And like you said before, for folks at home, this would be on your phone and you'd just be shooting that QR code and you'd be in. But since you can't have the camera working, we'll have to just copy and paste the link, which is kind of strange UX, but you just have to pretend that that's just a camera scanner.
Yeah. So it's OpenSea. Let's approve. And yeah, here is the sign. Oh no. Invalid big number. Then can I approve it still?
Looks like it worked.
I have no idea if it worked or not.
We're in though. It logged in. It must have worked.
I hope so. I can disconnect. Anyways, it will work.
And so you've also been doing work on the front end too, like on that left screenshot there, like you can move the buttons around, change them colors like you want to. You're kind of starting on that too.
This is the newest design. So I have 3 branches right now. This was the first one I showed. This is really basic. Then I started to play with this punk wallet design. So I can generate new wallets. I can import private keys, or I can also import or create these brain wallets. Yeah, and show the the very secret phrase. And this is the latest one I'm working on. So for me, the design is the hardest part. I really don't know how to align everything. That's why I come up with this draggable icon style. Now it's loading. I lost it. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, so this one, we can just create different designs and drag and drop these icons. These are the same functions I used before. Also, I can just reset the design. Oh no. And I think the really cool part is when you scan the design, and I've tried to share my iPhone screen for that.
So the design is part of the state, and you're going to share the state of the design from one device to another.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Exactly. So right now I can just, I don't know, select another design or reset it. And I can also scan. Let me
scan. We see your phone.
Oh, it's okay. I don't.
Okay.
That was quick. I scanned it immediately.
Yeah, it found it.
I
cool,
hope,
but that's a different design. That's like a different button color that you saved.
Yeah. Let me stop this.
Probably the way this will work, though, is we kind of get close with the design, and then we have someone like Olga or another designer. We have a designer on the call right now, kind of sketch us up something, and then we come back and implement it. We do have designers at the Build Guild now, so we should probably try to kind of connect you with them and maybe come up with a very, very simple, clean wallet design, and then work backwards from that. Would that be something you're interested in, Tam, is getting some help on that design?
Yeah, sure. That would be great.
Awesome.
I try to make more and more options, but of course it can be maybe a little bit too much. But I like the idea that we can scan new designs, or we can come up with new designs. So still lots of work. Just some technical details, if you guys are interested. It's all on GitHub, obviously. It's quite easy to start developing this. You only need to clone the repo, hit npm install and expo install. And probably you don't know expo. So yes, so the technical details. I'm using React Native because it is supposed to work both on Android and iPhone, and also Punk Wallet was written in React, so it's something I'm familiar with. And expo is this. You can see this command line of mine. It's just, for me, it's just a really easy way to start developing it. So you can just clone the repo, npm install, and hit expo start, and then you can either hit the QR code with your phone, or you can start different simulators. You can also do Android, and also
awesome
with Expo.
Stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really powerful. Also, Expo handles the shipping of the app. So I think I have this link here. So these are all the builds I created, and it's really easy. So Expo has this cloud stuff. So you can say Expo build, or Expo build Android, or Expo build iPhone, and it creates the packages. I don't even know what happens in the background. Yeah, and also I'm using Ether's library for the crypto stuff.
Awesome, good build, Tam. Keep going, man. Keep tinkering. Maybe we connect you with Olga and come up with a really simple design. Like, what is the minimalistic stuff we need in a wallet? And it's basically like, show the address, let you copy the address, let you receive funds to a QR code, show your balance, and then like one other scanner to let you scan Wallet Connect. And then it's just like, if you can Wallet Connect in, all the app is just a signer. Everything else can exist in the apps, and people can build dApps that have, you know, much more complicated things. But if we just take the thing that we need to put into the app store and make it as minimal as possible, and then kind of push the complicated stuff to the dApps, I think that's a powerful model. So I think we should keep going with this kind of minimalistic iPhone app wallet.
Yeah, I like this scanner idea because we can scan address or scan a Wallet Connect QR code, or even scan this design stuff.
Right. Everything's just a scan, and then you figure out what's in that QR and send them there. Yep. Awesome stuff. Okay. I think we're going to have Adam go next. He needs to leave at the half an hour. So we'll switch over to Adam. Good presentation, Tam. Keep hacking on them mobile wallets. Awesome. Okay. And I think if Adam, if you're up next, you can. Oh wait, you might have to stop sharing, Tam. I think.
I hit.
There we go.
How can I stop it?
Here, I can even like take it away. Oh, what? Oh, I don't know. Did you figure it out?
No, I can resume sharing. I can
HELLO. Do I have it now? I just stole the screen away. Now let me see if I stop sharing. There we go. All right, you got it, Adam. It's all you. I could have drawn anything, and I went with hello. All right, you're up, Adam. Hit him.
Could have been worse. Yeah. So this is more wallet stuff, I guess. So Austin, I've been talking a bunch about multisig.lol, and so this was like this little Christmassy time project, which I was sort of hacking on, trying out a bunch of new stuff. I guess porting. Like, I don't know how familiar folks are with the multisig.lol, but it's basically a sort of minimum viable multisig. It's currently, it's live. It's like here, so it looks which is basically a Scaffold-Eth front end, and there's like a custom back end. But what I was kind of interested to try out, firstly, I wanted to kind of use the next.js framework to see if we combine basically the front end and the back end into one sort of connected app, and then also introduce a few other technologies. So this is now in the multisig.lol repo. It's basically a new package, so it sort of lives alongside the other things. See, the backend is the old or is the existing backend. The React app is the existing front end. Within the Next app, you basically got a couple of things. Firstly, we're using the new Next.js 13, which has a whole like new app framework for structuring your applications, which is kind of cool, quite experimental. So that's all in here. All of these are basically pages within the app, which we'll walk through in a sec. Then within pages, they're basically API routes. So the backend stuff has all been moved to these API routes. So that is kind of cool because they're all sort of next to one another. We can use the same helpers, use the same types for everything, and give us a bit more security there. The one thing there is that whereas the backend here is kind of stateful, like it basically retains the state, we needed some way to like have state. So basically, what does a multisig need? It needs the contracts deployed on chain, which are basically your wallets, and so we're still using exactly the same ones. And then you need basically a server which keeps track of the partially signed transactions so they can then be submitted. And so what I'm using for that, because the like Next apps API routes are stateless, they're basically like serverless functions. I'm using Ceramic, so it's, I don't know if folks are familiar with Ceramic developers. It's basically like a layer on top of IPFS, which allows you to sort of mutate files, which are called streams. And so what I'm doing with Ceramic is essentially storing the signatures and multisig information like on Ceramic instead of doing it within the backend. So I've got it running locally because that's sort of the easiest way to see sort of what's going on here. So within here, so obviously the UI, I think this is another one that could always use a bit of design help.
So beautiful.
It's so beautiful. So it's using Chakra UIs again, and just a new thing I was trying out. These are like the different chains on which multisigs are deployed. This shows all the ones which are deployed. You could create one if you wanted to. And there are some existing ones. In the interest of time, I'll sort of jump into one. So this is a multisig. So pretty basic information. They've all got names. This one's just deployed on Girly. So one thing that's kind of important, I think, is putting everything into the URL. So then they can be like, these can be easily shareable. So if I send this to someone else, they immediately be able to load up that multisig, and you get that really easily with Next. So the home just tells you a bit of information about it. Got the tabs. So transactions are transactions that have happened in the past. So here they are, mostly a bunch of internal ones. The pool is basically transactions which haven't been submitted yet, and so then this is what's happening on that's what's happening on Ceramic. So if we look at if we load this up, if we look at the backend, you can kind of see what's happening, which is essentially this Ceramic stream is being loaded. If we actually go to Ceramic and look at find the stream, you can actually see the raw data, see what's actually being stored. This is basically a file. You can see the versions of it, or the committed versions over time. So these are basically all just additional signatures being added. So you kind of get that version history of what as well. And so because of that, you can actually just run it all as serverless functions, deploy it to Vercel, and it works kind of nicely like that. So if I was to, well, I could execute this transaction. I don't know who did this one. Is this you, Austin?
That's me. That's Punk Wallet. Yeah, that's punk.austin.
Oh, so it works. So I mean, I'll execute this guy. It's the usual thing.
Yeah, it worked great. I basically, what did I do? I added a new signer. I removed a signer. I tried sending some money around. It all worked.
That's kind of pending. Okay, cool. Give it a second, and hopefully it'll execute.
And this is like no Scaffold-Eth. This is like a bare bones Next.js app.
Yeah, pretty
building
much
from scratch. Yep.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of other stuff that was cool to kind of try out here as well. Is that I'm using WAGMI pretty heavily, and all of their new hooks, which are, and they're shipping super fast. So yeah, so you can see that transfer was just made, gets added to this list. This is a thing where there's a bunch of decoding happening here. This is pretty much the same decoding that's happening within multisig.lol already, but basically internal transactions, like changing the amount of signatures. We can obviously use the existing ABI, but transferring ETH as well, you can just check the value in a 0x in the data. But then if you're interacting with another contract, this one maybe doesn't have good examples, so maybe I'll go to one which does.
That's something we need to be on the lookout for, is a good transaction displayer. I think that we are working on one of our own, but similar to how the WAGMI stuff works. Like we could build one and someone else can build one, and if someone else makes it cool, then that's the one we need to use.
Yeah,
I'm on the lookout for a good transaction displayer where you just give it the whole transaction object, and it gives you a simple approved or added or called. It looks like you have it there, call set pre-signature, right? You can see that it's calling a specific function, and it's going to parse the call data to find that.
This is basically passing the ABI, but I think there's some sort of fallback stuff you could do here to make it nicer too. And I think that's definitely a thing that will be a really cool generic component. Last thing, so connect. This showcases, I guess, a couple of things, which I think I'd pulled in from the self-building. Yeah, so first thing is safe apps, which are really cool, which basically let a multisig actually connect to an app directly. So this one just lets you pass in any URL of a safe app. It's a bit sluggish because it's building on the fly. But if I went back and I went to Send-Eth, this is a Send-Eth safe app which we're using, and it passes in the multisig thing. So it's basically an iframe you can interact with. And then one thing which took a little bit more time is the Wallet Connect. So Tam, I'm interested in your how you're using Wallet Connect, because one of the tricky things here was supporting legacy Wallet Connect and V2 Wallet Connect, having both of those types of apps work nicely with because they've got different kind of models for state, for pairings and for passing transactions and all this kind of stuff. So I've not got actually a Wallet Connect handy, but this is one where maybe if I go Wallet Connect, or I've not got the example, and I've got to drop in any minute now anyway. But basically,
Punk Wallet's a good one. If you just pull up a Punk Wallet and hit connect, that's usually what I do for good examples.
Punk wallet.
Just hit the, in the top right, there's like a login button. There you go. Oh, you're already, no, whoa, weird. Do you have your key pasted in there? Oh no, you were already connected. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if you connect again, the same button. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
There you
display.
go. Now you'll have it.
Yeah, so this is a legacy. So this is one where actually Punk Wallet should upgrade to V2 to get all the latest and greatest stuff. But so then I get this like legacy proposal, which I can accept. And then if I had anything here, if I could do anything, then I could essentially make a transaction. It would pop up as that same signed transaction modal that we've seen before. So that's pretty much like, and both of these things I'd kind of so the reason I ask, like within the providers, I've got this, I've sort of extracted the safe provider and the wallet connect provider into basically little providers which we could use elsewhere. So this could maybe be useful for the mobile wallet if it's using React as well, because this like handles both types of both like legacy and V2, and it's generic in that it mainly just like basically adds requests to like a queue, which you can then like process however you want. So yeah, so there it is.
Awesome stuff, man. Great work. Do you have the repo too? Would you mind pasting the repo in here so we could share that with folks also?
Yeah, so it's the same in the.
Oh, it's the multisig.lol repo. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, people can find it in the. It's just like another folder in the multisig.lol. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, great work, man. I think Adam, you have to drop off, but thanks for showing up, man. See you around. See you in Denver.
Hopefully, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
See.
See you, man. All right, Danny, what do you got for us? Danny is up. I think, yeah,
Hey.
membership hub, I think is what you called it.
Yeah, members hub. Hey everybody. So I was just let me share my screen. 1 second. So can
Yeah,
everybody
we
see
got
my-
it.
All right, cool. So this is just a really simple tool to basically help discover memberships and communities. And it's, right now there's a lot of communities, memberships just popping up, and it's kind of hard to keep track of it. So this is something that is just intended to help you find memberships based on tags. So to get started, you just need to connect your wallet, head over to the dashboard. And since it's kind of working based on tags, you need to like add a new tag. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a tag. I don't know, education, I guess. And once you're done adding a tag, you could go to like the Explorer and check for, actually you need to broadcast your membership first. So once you've added a tag, if you have like a community you would want people to discover, you would head over to, create a new membership. Or if this actually works with unlock smart contracts. So if you actually already had a smart contract, you could just import the contract with this, or you could just create a new one. So you could just do, I don't know, BGOGs and use ETH. This is going to be free and no expiration. And so this is where you would see all of the tags you've already deployed. I think the last tag we actually just created just got deployed now. Okay, so it's here. So you can add tags and you would broadcast the membership. So once you've broadcasted your membership, people would be able to find that membership in the Explorer based on those tags. So if you wanted to actually find a membership, you would come to the Explorer and you would basically search based on the tags. You like click on the tag like this, and any membership that's deployed that's associated with that tag would basically pop up. So that's basically the rundown, and it works with the graph behind the hood to like index all of the tags and associated with the members, with the memberships. So I think we just have
Cool
to
stuff.
wait for a bit for this to actually.
Can you hit the
get
debug tag? Can we look at what the contract looks like? I'm guessing that gives us the contract. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So adding your tag, broadcasting membership, that's just like sending out an event that gets parsed by subgraph probably.
Yeah. And, this basically checks if a tag exists because, you can't actually add a tag that's already been added. And, this kind of gets like the broadcast data, which actually helps to get information about the membership that's been broadcasted. And this is kind of like a list of all tags and just a bunch of other stuff. Remove a tag. So you can only remove a tag that was added by you. I did think about making the tags NFTs themselves. So maybe the tags could be traded. That was just a wild thought that just came to my mind really recently. So I haven't actually implemented that, but that was something that just came like a wild card. Like if the tags were NFTs, then maybe, you could sell a tag or something or whatever. And
Or like the tags could be a TCR or a bonding curve or something like that. And the people who got in early would kind of earn a profit for putting in the tags early or something like that.
yeah,
But it seems like it's
yeah.
kind of like an on-chain tagging aggregation platform kind of thing. Is that about right? Cool.
So yeah, right. And this
Oh
is
geez,
like,
we need to get some members in there. Sorry, go ahead. There we go.
Yeah.
Join.
and this would basically bring up like the unlock checkout modal for you to basically join in. And so if your membership was paid, this would just like enable you to easily just get your, hold on a sec, I don't know what's going on here, but it would just easily make it possible to get monetization from your membership, so people can just join in and pay. Okay, this says sold out.
Sold out. There are 0 members allowed. So is Unlock Protocol going to your contract on Goerli and checking the membership? Is that what happens?
No. What happens is you actually deploy a smart contract, a membership smart contract using the Unlock Protocol. So it's actually your membership smart contract that's deployed on the network, on the blockchain, and you can do whatever you want with the members and the people. Like basically, when you join this, you get a key NFT issued to your wallet address. So that's what actually shows that you're a member of this. You kind of have that key, which is basically an NFT, and the deployer of the membership smart contract kind of like is the manager of the contract that deploys the keys. That makes sense?
Yeah, I think so. Cool stuff, man.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure why this
Unlock
says
is
sold out,
locked.
right?
That'll happen.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And
cool, man. Which is this, just like master Scaffold-Eth? Which Scaffold-Eth are you using here?
this is actually the Scaffold-Eth unlock branch. So
Ooh, okay. Someone else created an unlock branch a while ago and you forked it to make this.
No, actually I created
Oh,
that.
you created the unlock branch. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see, is lots of forkable examples.
Great. All right.
Cool, man. Great build. Good work. Keep building on Scaffold. Keep forking things and making more forkable things.
Thanks. Sure will.
Awesome. Okay, I think Bliss is up next. Last one. I think it has to do with querying lots of ENS addresses at once. It's kind of like a multi-call contract, but it's a multi-call ENS contract, I think. Is that right, Bliss?
That's correct. Hi, everyone. So
you
I
ready
was
for a
working
widescreen? Bliss infamously shares a screen that's like 6 monitors wide. We'll see what happens here.
I'm just going with the small one.
Very
today.
normal sized.
Okay, so I was working on multi-drop, which was a build from was it 2 years ago or was it sometime early last year, that lets you guys can see my screen, right?
Yep, we got it.
Okay. That helps you, distribute different amounts of token to different addresses. And one thing that I did realize from that build was that whenever you use an RPC from like Alchemy or any of these paid RPCs, you run out real fast, especially when you're trying to resolve ENS names to addresses. And I thought about it and I was like, I need a solution that where if somebody imports 200 ENS names, I can resolve them in one go with one RPC call without needing to send over 200 queries and then have flashing on the screen and everything that goes with it. So I decided to create a smart contract that lets you query multiple ENSs, resolve multiple ENS names to Ethereum addresses. So the basic implementation is once you have access to the ABI and the contract address, which is all here, you go into your application, set up a new Ethers contract, and await ENS batch resolver and call the batch resolve with ENS registry. And then you create a name hash of each ENS name, and it returns it returns addresses, and the ones that are invalid will show you the zero address. So a simple so this is the smart contract itself. You can also find it in the GitHub repo, but that's basically what it does. It takes the list and creates like an address list, loops through each of the ENS hash names, gets its resolver, and then queries its resolver for the address, and it adds it to that. So this is the ABI. So this is a simple implementation of it. I'll show you the sample up in a bit. What it does is, set up the resolver, get the addresses, the names, hash them, and then return that. So here's some implementation of it. So you can, I can maybe like reload this, type in a couple of ENS names, and the ETH, and let's say Austin ETH, and let's go with some invalid ENS name, probably doesn't exist, the ETH, and then we try to resolve those. It tells you that this is an invalid ENS, and Austin, if you can confirm this address and remove this address. So it's a way to use multicall batch ENS names. The reason I didn't get to use the default multicall is that multicall, I think there's no way to pipe the request from one transaction into the next one in the same multicall usage. So this is multiple queries inside one smart contract, and then that's it. But that's the general idea behind this.
And this could be like an SDK that anybody can npm install, and you would just put your multi-call contract out on all the chains, and then it's basically like this nice little product that anybody could use. They just like npm install ENS. I wonder, what about caching? Are you thinking about any kind of like client-side caching? So even though it does make one multi-call, then the next time it makes a multi-call, if it already knows about Owaki, it doesn't even add it to the list or something like that. Or maybe it refreshes the hash or the cache every few minutes, but you could even make less and less calls if you use some caching locally. But maybe that's up to the implementer.
I actually did have was it a hook that I designed, but it's not on this particular repo. You can cache things as you want. So I made the contract that way, and then the UI I want to leave it as open to interpretation as possible. However you want to implement it, however you want to use it, whatever works for you.
I think that the idea of a multi-call is an important concept for builders. If you out there are building something with Scaffold-Eth and you've got your smart contract system all put together and you've got your app working, and you notice that your app is like hitting the RPC like 40 times per second trying to get all that information, you can go to your smart contract and create a new read function. And within that read function, you can have it do all sorts of stuff. and then just call that read function once instead of calling all that other information, and you can get a lot more information out of it. Same thing with sending stuff. You can batch stuff together in multicalls. So like the idea of creating your own even like read contract on top of a bunch of other contracts is just a cool Ethereum concept that builders should definitely try if you haven't done that yet, because you can really save on RPC calls. A Scaffold-Eth build usually just gets crazy with RPC calls, and RPCs fall over all the time, and sometimes our hooks like flail out of control. So yeah, good build, Bliss. Looks like you got the batch resolver code right there in chat too. So we'll put that in the README, or we'll put that in the video notes too. Awesome. Anybody else? I think we've got it. I think it's another Bowtie Friday in the books. Any closing thoughts? Awesome. All right. Great builds, everyone. Happy Bowtie Friday. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Have a good Friday.